morning, all you lovely people. I hope you are all having a wonderful day. Today we are going to be completing the Fisherman's Ring Granny Square as part of our 365 Granny Square a Day Crochet Along project. Very cute, very textured. I do love a textured square. I'm starting off with green. I've just done a chain of 5. Join them together with a slip stitch and we can start on round 1. Starting with a chain of 3, which will serve as our first double crochet. Chain of 3. We're going to start working double crochets into the center of our ring. Going to work 15. So counting our chain of 3 as the first, we will have 16 double crochets for our first round. And it is going to be quite tight, fitting them all into that little chain of 5 ring that we made. So you guys continue around, slip stitch into the third chain of our chain of 3. So we will have, including the chain of 3, 16 double crochet. So keep working those 15 all the way back around to the beginning. I'll meet you back here so that we can get started adding some texture to this gorgeous square with round 2. Back. 16 double crochets into our ring as the first round, and we're ready to move on to round 2. So we're going to chain 1, do a single crochet into the same starting stitch, and then chain 5. We're going to skip 2 double crochet, and in the third, 1, 2, skip 2 double crochets, single crochet into the third, and here is how we get our texture. We're going to turn our work, and we're going to go back along the chain and do 5 single crochet, not through the chain space, 1 into each loop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Don't want to be working into the top of that single crochet that anchored the chain in. So working into the actual chain with a single crochet into each stitch. Three, 4, and 5. So we've extended that. We've still got our chain space there. Now we're going to turn back over and keep my wool at the back because we're going to be working with our yarn behind. We are going to single crochet into the second skipped double crochet. So we leave that one, we're going into the second that we skipped when we anchored the train with a single crochet, sorry, that won't work like that, single crochet. Has to work like that. Just no, pull too tight. Just seeing if I can get that to sit behind. There we go. Sitting behind so it puffs it up a little bit. Now we've anchored with a single crochet. We're going to do a chain of 5. We're going to skip the next unworked double crochet of the previous round and go into the second with a single crochet. and we turn and single crochet into each stitch of the chain. So 5 single crochets, 1 in each stitch of the chain, not working into the chain space like we normally would. My wool just isn't 2, 3, 4, no, that's the one. My wool is separating and not being very cooperative. There we go. 2. Three. I pulled my chain way too tight there. 4. And 5 puts us into the last. Stitch of our chain. So 5 single crochets worked into the chain. We're going to turn our work back over. We're going to work behind the cable like we did on the first one. It'll just work up a little bit differently. So in the single crochet stitch that we missed, we're going to go in and do a single crochet. And as you see me do with the first, if it comes up on the front, just spread that single crochet out a little and pop your cable through. And tighten it back up. So you can see they're going to sit up nicely. Back again, going to be repeating this stitch pattern all the way back to the beginning. So a chain of 5, we've worked into that one, so we're skipping the next unworked double crochet, single crochet into the second, turning around, working a single crochet into that chain, and then anchoring it off into this point at the front with a single crochet. If you're wanting to follow along with the video with this one, because it is quite different, go back around 6 minutes. Otherwise, keep hooking all the way back to the beginning. We're going to join with a slip stitch into the first single crochet, and we should have 8 cables when we are finished this round. I'll see you all shortly. Okay, we're back. 8 little looped cables in round 2, and we're ready to start round 3. An end coming through my front, that's annoying. Not to fret, I've slip stitched into a starting stitch. We're going to chain 1, do a single crochet, it's going to be tricky to see with that, single crochet into the same stitch as our starting point. I'm going to chain 5, skip the 5 in the cable, and where we've anchored in with the single crochet, we're going to do the same again and anchor that chain of 5 in with a single crochet. So we've got a chain 5 loop sitting behind our cable. We're going to continue that all the way around for our third round of this square. Oh, I hate when that happens. Come back here. I think it's because my hands are a bit slippery. 2, 3, 4, 5. Skipping the 5 in the cable, single crochet into the single crochet of the previous round that we used to anchor our chain. Chain is not the right word. Anchor it in anyway. Cable, that's the word I was looking for, our cable. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Skip the 5 in the cable, anchoring in to the single crochet of the previous round. Just going to continue that all the way back to our starting point, joining this round with a slip stitch into our starting stitch. So when you're finished, you will have 8 chain spaces sitting behind our 8 cables. See you in a moment. We're back and ready for round 4. So we've got 8 chain 5 loops sitting behind our 8 cables. From our starting point, we are just going to slip stitch into the chain 5 space, and we're actually going to be working into the chain 5 spaces like we normally would. I'm going to chain 3, which will count as my first double crochet. I'm then going to work another 4 into the same chain 5 space. Sorry, off camera. 3 and 4. So in essence, with that starting chain of 3, we have 5 double crochet. Round 4, nice and simple. It's all double crochet. We're just going to work 5 into each chain 5 loop. 1, 2, no chains, except the ones we're working into from the previous round. So fairly simple. Staying round for now because we've got another nice round of cabling to add some texture to this square. So please continue around, 5 double crochets into each chain 5 space, joining up with a slip stitch into the top of our beginning chain 3 chain, or if you've done a standalone double crochet into the top of that. So all up at the end of this round you should have 40 double crochet. Remembering it's always important to keep count of our stitches. Okay, see you shortly. We're back. Those chains are really popping out now. I think mine are probably a little tight because I am a tight hooker, but they will sort of spread out. You can see how they work together in that nice little chain motif. Ready to go on to chain 5, round 5 rather. We're going to chain 1. Going to single crochet into the same space. Going to chain 5. And we're back to cabling for some texture. We're going to skip 2 double crochet, single crochet into the 3rd, turn our work, and 5 single crochet into the stitches of the chain, so not into the chain space. 1, oops, 2, 3, 4. Oh God, sorry guys. I had to set my camera up again and I've lost my comfort point. Okay, so 5 into the chain, not into the spaces, but into the actual chain stitches. Now we're going to turn our work again. Going to single crochet into the 2nd skipped stitch, and just pop that cable through so that this single crochet sits behind and helps it pop, and we're done. Now we're going to chain 5 again, so exactly the same as round 2. Obviously just more of them to get all the way around the circle. 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're skipping the next unworked. So we worked in that one, skipping one, working into the next one with a single crochet. Once again, turning our work so that we can work 5 double crochet, 1 into each stitch of the chain. No chain spaces on this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, creating that beautiful cabling effect. So I'm going to finish off this one, and then I'm going to let you finish all the way back to the start on your own. If you do want to follow along with the video, started the first one about 3 minutes and 45 seconds ago. So skipping the first, going into the empty stitch from the previous round. Again, I'm just going to push that cable through before I finish off my single crochet stitch, and single crochet to finish that cabling and get it to sit up, giving it a nice texture. Alright, keep going all the way around. At the end of round 5, you should have 20 cables sitting up. I'll meet you back here to do round 6. Okay, lovely people, we're back. We have finished round 5. We have 20 cute little cables. Mine is sitting a little funny because I stitched so tightly, but once we finish the square I can flatten them out, and you'll get a better idea of how they run around in the ring. So we're ready to move on to round 6. We're going to chain 1, single crochet into the same stitch. Oh God, I've got my cable stuck in there. There we go. Then we're going to be chaining 5, skipping the cable that we've made, and single crochet into the single crochet anchor point of the previous round, chaining 5, skipping the 5 there in the cable, single crochet through the single crochet anchor point of the previous round. So the same as we did in round 3, my apologies. Same as we did in round 3. Going to continue making our chain 5 spaces so they sit around the cable until we get back to the beginning. I shall meet you back here shortly. Okay, we're back. We've finished doing our chain spaces, so we've got 20 chain 5 spaces sitting around our cable stitches. I've just joining up, we didn't actually slip stitch like we normally would have done. We did a chain of 2, joined back into the starting stitch with a double crochet. It's not going to matter too much if you've already chained it and slip stitched it, but that is what the pattern called for. Now I've had to change colour. Of course, this looks beautiful worked in one colour as well. I've joined into a chain 5 space with a slip stitch and done a chain of 4, which is going to count as our first treble crochet. I'm going to work another 3. So we're starting in a corner, but it is an incomplete corner, so we will be completing it at the end of the round. That'll make sense to you as we start working. So I've done a chain of 4 and 3 treble crochet, in essence 4 treble crochet because we're counting the chain as a treble. We're going to do 3 double crochet into the next chain space. So we're going to be using increasing and decreasing sizes of stitches to turn this gorgeous circle into a square. So there's 3 double crochet. The next chain space, we're going to be working single crochet. And 3 of them as well. 1, 2, 3. Next chain space is 3 single crochet again. 1, 2, 3. Back to doubles. 3 double crochet into the following chain space. Alright, so we've repeated the pattern. We're back to a corner chain space. We're going to put 7 triple crochet in there. So I said we'd started the corner at the beginning, but we were completing at the end. So rather than just slip stitching into what's already there, going to need to do another 3 triple crochet to complete that corner, because each corner will consist of 7 treble crochet stitches. Got 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And that's our first side and complete corner. So you can see it's starting to square out. Repetition of the same pattern down the remainder of the sides. So the next chain 5 space, we're going to go in with a double crochet and 3 of them. Now I'm going to leave you here to finish off round 7 at your own pace. If you are wanting to follow along at the video, if you go back around 4 minutes, maybe a little bit less, I'll be working in the corner. I've just done the 3 double crochet and we're repeating the pattern, so you'll want 3 single, 3 single, 3 double, and then we're at a corner. Okay, I'll see you shortly. We're square and gorgeous. I just love the texture in this one. We're square and we are ready for our final round. So we're going to chain 1, single crochet into the same stitch, and then single crochet all the way to the other end. So 18 stitches in the very corner of our treble crochet. So there'll be 3, 3, magic number 4 gets 3 single crochets to make that corner nice and pointy. And it's just the same all the way around. The single crochet, nice simple border stitch. So a single crochet into the top of each stitch, down the side, 18 single crochet all together in 18 stitches from the previous round. When you get to the corner, you've got the 7 treble crochet. So magic number 4 gets 3 single crochet in it. The remainder of the stitches just get singles. 1 single. We're nearly at the corner. I'll demonstrate that, and then will let you guys go and finish off by yourselves. I hope that you have found this video helpful. It's such a cute square. I hope you've enjoyed completing it with me. If you have found it helpful, please give our video a like. The more likes we get, the more likely we are to pop up on YouTube searches. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Magic number 4 gets 3 single crochet because that is our corner. 1, 2, 3. And then we're back to single crochets for the rest of the row. 18 stitches, as I said, 18 single crochets to get us to the corner. That magic 4th treble crochet stitch of the previous round, dead center of the corner, gets 3, drop my stitch, 3 single crochet just to make that corner nice and defined and a bit pointy. You can see there, do need to block this square a little, I think, but you can see how as I pull it, they're squaring off really nicely. Have fun, happy hooking. I can't wait to see you next time. I hope you have a fabulous day. Thanks, guys.